Assalamu alaikum. Let's cook. A question to my people, and I want you to get in the comments and let me know what you think about this and how you feel about this right here. And I hate to sound like Mr. Krabs, but I have to be a realist, and I have my opinion on this as well. I'll give it a little later. But we know about the unfortunate situation in Columbia, South Carolina with the black child, Cyrus Carmack Belton. The Asian store owner in Columbia, South Carolina, Rick Chow, took his life unjustly, chased him down, shot him, killed him. I don't care what anybody says, it was murder. I looked in and out of that thing. It was not justified self-defense at all. The whole thing about stealing, which he didn't do, that doesn't matter anyway. You know, it goes to show you how many people don't respect the humanity of black people, even other black people. Stealing has nothing to do with it. That's ridiculous. Now, this guy, Rick Chow, took it to trial, not guilty. The black community is very upset, as we should be. Black people are upset. A lot of people are upset, you know what I'm saying? I think that any person should be upset. Now, the response from the black community via the internet, the wave on social media, the algorithm and everything, is that black people are going to boycott Asian stores. You know, since they found this guy here not guilty, black people said, we will boycott your Asian stores. No more nails, wigs, no more Chinese buffets, sesame chicken, General Tso's, none of that. No more mumbo sauce and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? Shrimp fried rice. You know, the other things that black people get from these stores. No more. We're boycotting. We'll show you. That's the energy on social media. I don't know how much it is in real life, but that's the energy on social media. Now, I gotta say that's a good thing. I believe that's a good thing. I won't ever knock anybody who wants to boycott a group of people who make millions of their community, extract all this money, yet they never put nothing back for the people, towards the youth programs, towards the elderly, anything. So I think that's a good thing all the time. I would never ever knock a boycott like that. But I gotta ask the people a question. If this Chinese guy Chow was found guilty, will we boycott? Would that be the energy and the wave on social media? If that man was going to prison for 30 years or whatever it may be or more, would black people still boycott? Because here's my thing. And I know you probably do this as well. Many of you study black people, you study your people, you know your people, you know your people's emotions and things like that. You know what I mean? Some things we shouldn't say because, you know, it'll cause more conflict and infighting and things like that. So sometimes you got to hold back and bite your tongue. You know what I mean? Which may be the more intelligent thing to do in some situations. But here's the thing with this Chinese man right here. We know for a fact that he killed Cyrus when Cyrus was 14 in 2023, over 3 years ago, actually. We knew about it. Content creators covered it. I did also. It was in the news. I even went on a show to talk about how this man, Chow, has a violent past with people, black people in his shops. Very violent man. We know for a fact that this man killed this black 14-year-old unjustly 3 years ago. We had all the information then that we have now. But after Chow killed Cyrus, the black community continued to shop. Well, there was an emotional response. They destroyed the store. They did destroy the store. But after that, the black community continued to shop with Asians. We gave them millions on top of millions and millions of dollars since this man killed Cyrus Carmack Belton. Why didn't we boycott right after he killed this black teenager? Why didn't we boycott? Why didn't we have this energy? Social media was definitely popping 3 years ago when this happened. Because either way, regardless of what the white man said in court, he's still guilty. He still killed a black child anyway. Guilty, not guilty, contrary to what the white man said in their court, we know what he did. Did we have to wait for the white community to say, oh, well, he's not guilty? For the white justice system to say, oh, well, he's not guilty. Did we have to wait for that? And we said, okay, well, now we're going to boycott. We'll show you. 3 years. How much money did we give to these Asians after he killed this 14-year-old black child? So pretty much, Chinese child killed the black child, and we paid his legal fees and money so he can get more stores, more guns, and things like that. So his Chinese family, his kids and everything, they can just walk around and continue to be rich. Is this true or false? After this man killed Cyrus, we continued to shop at all of his people's stores. I'm sure even in Columbia, South Carolina, they was going to these Asian stores and shops and things like that. In the same community where Cyrus is from, I guarantee you, after that man killed him, for 3 years, black people continued to make these people mega millionaires. They'll go to his sister's shop, his cousin's shop, his mother's shop, his wife's got a family, they open up shops. His son might have stores and shops. They have Asian clubs and all that. They you know what I mean, they network. It's in the rules, straight like that. They have their own bylaws and things like that. After Chinese child killed Cyrus, we continue to support them, enrich them, their buffets, their nail shops. And these places were stacked and packed with people from the black community. You know what I mean? Or did we say, oh, that ain't Rick Child right there, so I could go to this one. I could go to Young Soon. I could go to Soon Kim. I could go to such and such. Oh, that's not Rick Child. Rick Child was the one that did it. Is that how it worked? I don't know. So that's why I asked, if this man, Rick Child, was found guilty, will we be happy? And will we go support the stores in his community so that they can put money on his books and his family lives great, you know, after he still killed the black child? That's my question. If he was found guilty, would that energy be to boycott these Asian stores? Because we know for a fact, regardless of what the white man said in court, this Chinese man child killed a black child unjustly in May 2023, over 3 years now. We know that that Chinese lady, Soon Jadu, killed Latasha Harlins March 16th, 1991, 15. Latasha Harlins is 50 years old right now, people. She's 50. After she was killed, we still supported these people, made them billions on top of billions, made this lady, Soon Jadu, rich. Not guilty, she was also. Okay? So yeah, black people did the emotional response thing temporarily. You know what I mean? But after that, right back to the regular scheduled program. No fasting, no resilience. None of that when it comes to this Chinese stuff. So we know what the case was with Latasha Harlins. Black people did nothing. And don't forget, many butt whoopings in between. We done seen these dudes slamming black women on their back in these stores.
Yeah, looks like the way they're doing is they're only letting certain people, a certain number of people in the store. And yeah, there's a long line. There's more people. There's more ladies out there looking for a 50% sale than protesters. So basically, we're not.
Fighting for head. Yeah. Somebody got my head. We're here for you. Thank you, Queen. We're here for you. We standing for the black woman. We love black people. Look, we don't want you to stop our sisters. That's right. We stood up. We
Yep. This is counting like 5 protesters and.
Y'all remember that? The Asian man whooped up on that black woman in that weave shop right there. The wig store, the hair store. Beat her up. So a group of black men said, you know what, we're gonna go out here and protest. We're gonna try to keep our people, our black women, away from this store right here. They shouldn't be shopping here. They went out there, man, and this one woman, first off, the Asians know what to do. They did like a 50% off sale. You know what I'm saying? They came right back. Well, they never stopped. They just said, we're going to give y'all a break for us whooping up on that one woman. We're going to give y'all a 50% off sale. And that one lady, you see her in the video, she's going over to them black men like she really want to get active with them, like she want to hurt these men, like she want to fight them. Y'all remember that? So is this situation with Cyrus the same? You know what I mean? I think these Asian people know, these Chinese people, I think they studied us. They know our emotions. They know that we can't fast or stay away from the things they have to offer. I think they understand that. So from Latasha Harlins to Cyrus, and there are many butt whoopings in between, like this situation right there is real hard. You know what I mean? And these people are reckoning billions. So what I want to know is, if the Chinaman was found guilty by the white court, he was guilty, would the movement of boycotting these Chinese people still be on? Did we need to wait for a response from the white community or the white system to say, okay, he's not guilty? So then we said, okay, we're going to boycott now. If he got life in prison, will we just go back to the stores? Like, what's up with that? This is what I believe. This is my opinion right here. If you think that we wouldn't be boycotting Asian stores if that man Chow was found guilty, this Asian boycott is just an emotional response that they could withstand very easy. You know what I'm saying? It'll be over shortly. If you think about it, and if you don't think that black people would have boycotted the Asian stores if that man was found guilty, if we wouldn't boycott, if the man was found guilty and we were not boycotting after he was found guilty, if that was enough for us, this won't last long. It's all just an emotional response. Cyrus was killed 3 years ago by this same Asian man, same details, same injustice, no boycott. We paid that man's legal fees 1,000 times over. Now, people, my thing is, don't get me wrong. I know regardless of what's going on, this case, whether it's guilty or not guilty, some of you may say, you know what, I'm done. This is it. I'm done with this. I'm tired of it. I don't care what the rest of everybody is doing. They're not getting $1 from me anymore. I get that, and I respect that 100. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody has their time. Everybody has their time. So maybe this may be a situation for the individual or somebody that might say, okay, well, I'm done. After this, I'm finished. I get that. But this whole collective thing, boycotting Asian stores, this boy was killed 3 years ago by this same man. So now he was not guilty in court. So now there's a boycott. So that's why I'm asking, if he was guilty and he still killed the black child anyway, would we be boycotting? Would this be the wave on social media? Would this be in the algorithm? Get in the comments, let me know. It's not really looking good to me because for that reason alone. After a while, you know your people. I know my people. And I think this is why the Asians are sounding so cocky, talking smack, because they know, just from how we responded to this on social media and things like that, they know we'll be back at them buffets and things like that shortly. They've been through it before. They know our emotions. They know how we respond. They know that Rick Chow killed this black child 3 years ago, regardless of what happened in court. We didn't do nothing. I bet you in Cyrus's community, Columbia, South Carolina, I guarantee you the black community, after he was killed by the Asian man, they still gave them people millions on millions. There was no boycott. I guarantee you. But I just want to know what you think about that, because whether you agree with what I said or not, I'm not going back and forth, because it's not nothing. Everybody got their own belief and their own opinion, how they feel about this. But I'm just asking, if Rick Chow was found guilty and he was going away for whatever 30 years, would we still be boycotting these Asian stores? Would that be the wave on social media? That's what I'm asking. Anyway, people get in the comments easy.